Hi, welcome to Mondays with Melissa. Today we'll begin a series of 5 episodes entitled, Don't Let This Happen to You. Over the years, we've run into so many different situations and things that have happened with clients, either before they came to us or after they came to us, that I want to make sure never happens again. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is an irrevocable trust and the funds that are held in an irrevocable trust. So when people create an irrevocable trust for asset protection purposes and they place funds into the trust, those funds are no longer available for the creator of the trust. So in practice, if mom and dad transfer assets into an irrevocable trust, they no longer have access to those funds. They can't go into the bank or call up the financial advisor and pull out $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 because they want to go and do something, or they want to go on a vacation or make a renovation or something like that. So it's really important to remember that the rules of the trust have to be followed. The whole idea with the irrevocable trust is to protect those assets for long-term care purposes. So if the funds in the trust are used improperly, the assets in the trust will all be considered available for Medicaid purposes. When Medicaid looks back 5 years, if they see money coming out of the trust going back to mom and dad, they will say that that trust is broken and that those funds are all available, everything that's in the trust. And that would mean that everything that you had done was essentially undone by using those funds improperly. So it's very important to remember that. I always tell my clients, if you need to access money in the trust, if you have an instinct to go and make that phone call to the bank, I always want you to call me first. I'd rather you call me 100 times and not do it wrong. So it's really important to keep that in mind if you're working with an irrevocable trust. It's also important to remember when you're funding an irrevocable trust that you don't want to put all of your cash into the trust. You want to make sure that there's money left outside the trust so you have easy access to those funds and you don't need to feel like you have to access the cash in the trust. So that's the first episode of Don't Let This Happen to You, and we'll see you next week for episode 2. Please visit us at konaelderlaw.com or call us at 631-390-5000 if you have any questions or if we can be of assistance. And please follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Legally Melissa.